kill me.
I'm the martial arts film freak, and I watched Wira.
Bukan kita nak cancel game ni. Aku rasa kita tak payah fight pun.
Kuno nak bela negara. Family sendiri pun tak terbela.
Habis tu aku tengah buat apa sekarang ni, Dil?
Ni kau panggil bela? Yang aku dengar sekarang ni, masalah sikit lari. Itu je lah yang kau tahu.
Cepat ni. Benda yang macam ni lah jadi dengan hamba. Hari ini Munas. Besok siapa pula?
Wira is a 2019 Malaysian film about a man who returns home after his time in the military, and there's this crime drug lord who runs his whole town and runs this factory, and everybody works at this factory for him, and he goes back home in hopes of freeing his family from their debt, and if he can, get his family to leave this town with him. A story very reminiscent of something like A Walking Tall, in my opinion. The film was directed by Adrian Te, and I'm about to have to look at some names because I'm probably already going to butcher them. I don't even want to just try to rattle them off from my own brain. The movie stars Hyrule Azreen, Fifi Azmi, Hilal Azman, Henley Hai or He, Josiah Hogan, bunch of people. I don't know where to stop because there's a lot of people. Of course, I think the one place I should stop. Actually, you know what? Let's go with the bad guy. Dane Sade. I don't know. This guy. I'm probably going to put pictures of all of them because I should. And then, of course, one of the bad guys is the just completely badass. There's really no other word for it. The man's a monster. He's Mad Dog. He's the Yayan Ruyan. I was excited for this. I felt bad for missing it last year because since I did miss it, it couldn't sort of be in contention in my brain for my video on top 10 martial arts movies of the 2010s. And of course, I couldn't put it in my fight compilation video because I hadn't seen it. And I'd probably looked up fight scenes and I couldn't find anything. I was also worried because I've only ever seen one other Malaysian film. It was many years ago. It came out in 2008, I believe. And it was called Four Dragons. Bad. But Wira defied any expectations. And I don't even know if I really had any certain expectations. I had seen very short clips, like only a few seconds long. And so I didn't know what I was getting into. I heard it was about an MMA fighter. And there are a few sort of MMA style, very stylized MMA fights. And those are genuinely good moments. Like, it opens with just a hard-hitting one-on-one MMA fight. And they are just going at it. And it's great. But the story of this soldier returning to his hometown in hopes of saving his family, like I said, it's very reminiscent of Walking Tall, and it's a good story. It is a perfectly fine story to just use that to encapsulate just a shit ton of martial arts action. You take a fine, serviceable story that is great for being a palette for all this, and you line it with characters and good moments. And this movie does a lot of that. There's all the characters, the sister, the main character, the bad guy, the dad, a couple random people throughout town. Like, there's a guy who works for the villain who was like a kid when the main character was around, and he's just telling him, like, get out, what are you doing? You gotta go. This guy's not good for you. And there's genuinely good moments with that character who's only probably got like 3 minutes of screen time. All the performances are very good. I think it's hard to tell when it's in another language because it's easy to tell inflections and like honesty through things when it's in your language. But when it's in a language you've never heard, Malaysian, I'm pretty sure that's the language. I looked it up. I think that's probably right. It's hard to tell unless they're like really good, and like really really good. I'm talking like good. But the action is hands down spectacular. Some of the best of last year, and I genuinely feel horrible for not having seen it. until now, because it just missed so many opportunities that I could have done with this movie. Could have put it in so much stuff, like give it the respect it deserves instead of a review 7 months after the year it came out. The main characters, Hyrule Ezreen playing Hassan, and I think it was Fifi Azmi as Zane, the sister, they are great. Like, they are the action backbone of this movie, and they do 100% everything they need to. Like, pretty much the entire last hour is almost all action. It barely gives you time to breathe. And especially the last 40 minutes. Like, it goes, and it's not even like it doesn't go at too fast a pace. The action is divvied up into sections, split off by probably like 5 minutes each or so, and it's just breathtaking martial arts action. It's up there with The Night Comes For Us and The Raid, and that it's brutal, and it's definitely nowhere near as graphic as The Night Comes For Us. The Night Comes For Us is one of the most graphic, gory martial arts movies I've ever seen. Barely even a martial arts movie, it's so gory. But Wira, I think, falls into a camp with those, and it helps having someone like Yayan Ruyan around. His fight scene is very long, and it's very reminiscent of The Raid because it is a 2-on-1 fight. And I don't know how to describe how good it is. It's everything you want it to be. There were moments that made me pop with excitement and like wince with pain a little bit at a couple moves, and shock because I didn't think they would do that to certain characters. Just extremely well done movie. I think overall I had so much fun with it. The story is so good. I'm going to go for let's say about, I'm going to go 4.75 out of 5. It's very close to a full 5. It's so good. The only reason I'm not giving it the full 5 is because there were like 1 or 2 moments where a kick just barely, like, because of the angle of the camera, you could see sort of the air between the kick and the head, and there were a couple punches that you could tell were just very much taps. Doesn't take you out of the movie, really. I should just give it the 5. It 5 out of 5. Anything can happen. Where's a 5 out of 5? It's just great. It's spectacular. I don't want to get your expectations up too much because high expectations are hard to meet. But have some high expectations for this movie. It's good. What did you think of Wira? Have you seen it? Did you see it last year when we probably should have and it came out? I was just too lazy to probably do 5 more minutes of research and pay $6 to watch it online. But it's on Netflix now. That's how I watched it. It's on Netflix. Please go to Netflix, watch it. Tell me your thoughts after you watch it. Come back, roll over here, pop into the comments section, and tell me your thoughts down below. Head over to Martial Arts Film Freak over on Facebook. There is a Facebook page now for that. Go over to martialjournal.com for movie reviews, book reviews, articles on all things martial arts. Thank you so much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. And have a good day.